Hello everybody, what is going on? Welcome back to Learn to Kart. Welcome back. This is the first time we're doing this. Well, welcome to Learn to Kart. Learn to Kart is something that I've been wanting to do for a little bit now, where you guys kind of go along the process with me of learning how to get better at karting. So each week I'm going to kind of try and dive into my footage of the week prior, analyze it, and we'll see what we can improve on. And then you'll kind of see the growth as we get more of these out there. So we gotta start somewhere, so this is what I'm gonna consider rock bottom with my few lap times here. This was my first time running the reverse of the track competitively at this level, so there was definitely a few curves around it. I had done it once prior with work, but that was a separate thing, and it was still a lot of fun, but I don't feel like I was learning as much then as I am do now. As you can see, my entrance to that corner was a little bit late, same with this one. We really want to slow up on that entry and really cut that cart in onto that apex. And if you don't, you're going to lose time. You lose a lot of speed. I'm trying to build as much speed through this straightaway as I can, getting up to 74 kilometers an hour. It's not too shabby. And then this line, I don't feel like was the best, riding the inside the full time. I definitely think I should have exited wide at some point, but if I did, that would have sent me wide onto the next corner as well, or had me entering narrow and exiting off the turn, which I don't think would have been good, so I still need to kind of figure out a proper like that. I think it's entrance on the inside here. We're going to come back to it in a second. As we come down the straightaway once more, really tucking that tire into that curve, and I think we enter inside here and exit on, no, we enter wide, exit narrow now. So you'll see coming back on that rumble strip. I want to set up exactly how I do there, but for the end. And looking at the track map now, they're pretty much identical, and I don't know why I haven't been taking them the same. Now looking at the track map this way, it seems like quote-unquote hairpin, the middle section and this corner that I'm about to do all have kind of the same formula for getting through them. It's just they lead to different turns, if that makes sense. But that was the check route. So this is my cool event. You're going to kind of see me hit this line a little bit nicer through here, really trying to figure out what I want to do for my next run. And I'll see you in the next run. Speaking of that. And on to practice session 2. Karts are a little bit lighter, feeling a little bit faster, a little bit more confident. Let's see what we bring out to the table. So starting off, the line choice looks a lot smoother, even going up until this point. The speed does seem I guess the speed is accurate. But the map isn't, and that's okay. Coming into that last turn, a little bit bumpy, but here on turn 1, still trying to figure out that line. I kind of treated it like a double index there, but I should have, but really getting on these curves right now. The best choice. You want to use them, you don't want to use them. so far, laps aren't looking too bad. A 40. It's pretty solid lap time compared to the 41 we were putting in prior. The track's warming up a bit. The karts are not sitting from that idle position because I'm in the first session. So the first session you usually see from any of my videos are track cold, tires cold, engine cold, everything cold. And then towards the end, everything's good. That's just the beauty of rental karting. Turn 1 with an okay line. Turn 2 is a little bit aggressive. Turn 3 is just skating by. Really set up for turn 4 nicely. Turn 5. I could have gone a little bit further out on my exit. Instead, I kind of veered the kart straight. I have a tendency of doing that. It's a very bad habit that I need to break. Again, really get to that edge, using as much as I can, but by then, we have the checker of our practice. So we come back into pits, and I think that's all from my reverse session, because a lot of it didn't save. So, I will see you in a week's time, but actually, for you, it'll be 1 minute, 4 seconds, so, see you. I remember practice session 3. I'm right about it being the last one. This one has some spicy content. Yeah. So the person you're going to see ahead of me right now is the #1 racer in my age demographic. He's been doing this for 20 plus years. He's a wizard behind the wheel, to say the least, and I hope to get to his level someday. But for now, we keep our head down and keep learning. So as you can see, it's a little wobbly. I believe with this session, my first kart that I had picked had no tires, so they threw me into a reserve kart, and it was one that I wasn't too comfortable with, and it was acting a little bit strange, I want to say. But I still tried to make do with it. I also have a very, very fast driver behind me. He is actually bump drafting me all through this corner. You can see that nudge. Kind of feel it, but I'm just trying to carry as much of this speed that he's giving me as possible. It's also my first time I've been bump drafted before, so it was a very new sensation for me. The moment you feel that first bump, you kind of just want to stick to your line. You don't want to get too squirrely, but if you feel them kind of taking over the momentum of your kart, that's when you're going to try and want to break that off a bit. You have to do it, like, you can't do it in wet right weather. You see, I look back for that bump and I'm like, still getting pushed. Holy moly, I'm going almost 70 down this straight, so they can go that fast. So then I end up going side by side with him here. I make sure I want to give him space. I look over, miss my entrance to the next corner, spin out, and it causes me to get rear-ended. And it is a hard hit. Marshall started looking over at me. I'm like, yep, guys, I'm okay. But inside, I'm dying. It hurts. It looked like a huge zombie bite on the back of my arm. If that gives you any descriptors. But after that hit, I decided to take it very slow. But I will say thank you to that guy, because him pushing me across that line put me in the 40s to get my Q4 position, so shout out to him. But now we're back with the regular layout, our regular scheduled programming, and this is week 4. This is practice session number 1. And the thing that I noticed this week from myself is I'm starting to get a lot more confident behind the cart, so I'm not like being super cautious when I'm like side by side. Like I'm driving my race now. Before I was like, I'll let you drive your race, I'll try and drive my race. I'm like, no, there's gonna be some equal respect on this track now. And I feel like that has definitely helped me improve. But again, we start off here with a decent turn 1 into this faux chicane that no one actually does. I want to get as wide as I can onto that rumble strip for this corner and use as much of that runoff as I can as an exit. My exit there was a little late on the turn, coming up a little early before the rumble strip, so again I'm not really pushing a fast speed right now, and it feels like I guess this kart was also super sluggish because even its top speed doesn't feel similar to the other ones. With a little bit too much speed in there, I kind of dive over the rumble strip, but it doesn't really affect so sorry. Affect me too much. I see this driver ahead of me. I'm like, really want to catch up to you. I want to have a good bout with you. So I'm gonna try and drive as smooth as I can, as fastly as I can. Really taking the proper line through all of this, and he seemed to just pull away on the straight. So I try my dangest to bridge this gap with this first hairpin, and it seems to do the trick. He seems to notice me coming up now too, so I'm becoming a threat to him. And now we get to this point, I get to try and follow him and learn as much as I can. I notice he's getting his kart angled a little bit sooner than I am, which is allowing him to exit out of these corners that way faster. But that's a lot of braking and acceleration feathering. It's just finding the perfect threshold for you and the car. But now, practice section 2. Just gets on his way now. Try and line up with this straightaway. And pull out as much speed as we can, and we get up to 66. Not too bad, but just a little bit more nice. Trying to keep that corner, your speed above 40 is like the bare minimum. But since it drops into 40 for that next one, I don't really know if it's faster. Kart didn't work. It's slowing it down a lot. And then coming up on this line here, U3. He goes on the rumble strip and slows him down that tiniest bit. You can see I'm now up there. I'm like, okay, let's just follow him through. I wasn't in any position to make an overtake there. He was kind of in the middle of the line, so I'm wanting to battle him, but we're in a caution state, so I can't really do it. But he just made like mistake after mistake after mistake. I'm like, man, I really gotta have an overtake here, but doesn't happen. A little late to the start here, but this is probably the most entertaining session of practice thus far. I get into the kart and immediately I haven't really set up the seating right, to be honest. I'm a little bit too far forward, so when I push in the brake, it pushes in a little bit more than expected, so I spun out on that first corner, as you saw. Managed to make adjustments quickly to recover. And I said this one was interesting. That dude on our left here is going to make it interesting. He is the number 2 racer in the league. And he also has some skill. And I see how we position that kart. He just hucks it right into the corner. Not a drift. I'd say it's more of a power slide. He's still accelerating out of it. Like, I lost what? 3 kilometers of speed there? That wouldn't really say that's a loss. All that much. In the grand scheme of things, if it was from like a 53 to 50, it's in the lower numbers, so we want to keep that up still. But I know that I can make up the gap here. This is my special corner. You can see that gap is ever so slight. The problem that he's doing is he gets sent out of the corner a little bit too wide on his line, so it slows him down on his exits. And since I'm hot on my entries, it allows me to catch up. Normally, I wouldn't try and drive as close to him here, but like I'm honestly trying to overtake. I'm trying to bump draft him. I'm trying to scare him a bit. You gotta establish your plan. So off that failed overtake around turn 6, I said to myself, okay, if we're gonna overtake, we need to make it clear and concise. We can't just have these half-assed overtakes. So we go for it again, but he actually closes it this time in a very cheeky move, and I'm honestly loved it. It's still right on him, like bumper to bumper throughout this full thing. But that little juice his kart gets on the straightaways gives him a little pull here, but he does mess up on that corner, but I follow him into that mess up. So we both kind of end out even. And here comes the beautiful maneuver. There's no contact. There's no contact. I just felt bad for almost pushing him off. But then we just set it up for a switchback, and I get my overtake a turn early. And in my head, I'm like, woo! Yeah, very, very clean runs, putting in okay times for, like again, my session kept getting bumped around. It's not super consistent because usually it's every 12 heats is when you go, but mine gets randomized for some reason. So I get different varying levels of gas tanks, and it's funky, to say the least. But we have fun nonetheless. I'm gonna have a kind of different tone for this qualifier. I'm gonna kind of leave it silent and see how things things go, we're gonna kind of pop in too. So first off, this cart likes to turn left. You can see how I barely touch it. It really grabs around the corners. I have to have full tilt the right in order to get it to turn right. I'm going to use this information to my advantage. This cart likes lefts. There it is. Count them out with me. 1, 2, 3, 4 left turns. This being said, so we're going to be able to make up a lot of lefts. So my main concern is the rights. How to get past them efficiently without losing too much speed. Because again, this cart has its quirk with its steering. Plus, it doesn't have that get up and go a lot of the other carts do. It gets there, but it takes that extra bit longer. So we huck the cart in sideways. And don't really use all that exit lane that it's given us, but that's okay. Not really taking the best inside line on that turn either. But it's these micro circles, right? It's not major misses. That line, okay, can exit a bit better. This entrance looks to be about the middle of the track, I want to say. Great line in first turn. Keep it as straight as possible. Speed loss through there. That turn I'm starting to say I'm proud of. I said in my under my breath, I was like, now I'm getting the hang of it, and then I had messed up right on that corner. Well, I spoke too soon. And with that slip up, I am now kind of sweating with my times because I need to put down a good wall in order to get a decent placement. So if I get placed further back in the grid, it's just more slow back markers to try and overtake. So try and getting like top 5 is like a good number. So I end up qualifying 4th by .020. And this is the race. Enjoy.
The strongest survive. The ones to adapt get a ride. Promise is gonna be live. Hoping that I don't just give up, the takeover's not. Open your eyes. Life can be full of surprise. Put in that work and just try. Hoping that I don't just I'ma go off till the sun up. I'ma go off till I come up. Tell this bitch I'm a hunter. 6'3", I stay 1 up. Y'all be going under. Fuck a job, I ain't trying to stay for the numbers. Tryna be a legend, 2-3 with the dumper. I still put a work, I don't see it as a cover, but I'm going undercover. Bitches nothing but a number, yeah, I seen it from the start. Keep a knife in my heart, so I never be scarred. I can never be marked, I can never be bought. Money nothing but a want, that ain't nothing but a thought. Tell me what you really on, I can never get off. I can never get caught, but I never get lost. Now it's time to play, y'all really fuck with me then. But how about now? Am I up right now? Am I stuck right now? Drizzy, can you tell me who the boss right now? I can hear the city, feel the buzz right now, man. Hear the buzz right now, got a whole different energy. Sipping, I'm on a remedy, I'm better than you ever be. Got the script and I'm editing and medley. I'm better be ready for anything, cause I don't need none of y'all. Tired of giving up, most of you too involved. We spinning like somersaults, I always be on and off. Give me the talent now, not knowing I popped it, it turned into Adderall. I'ma be spinning off, cause fuck it, we touching Mars. And I ain't about bringing shit back. If we gon' smoke, you gon' feel the heat. Y'all rap about bullets, but stick to beats. Carry that with you, you undefeated. Them ops won't be looking for me. They don't see what I see, they can't see it's blinding. I'm lit from the fire, and I can't deny that. I look for my pride and I fight it, I break it apart, but I still think I ain't coming back. I don't need none of that, I don't need none of that. Some of y'all too attached, I guess I'm still cool with that. I don't be running fast, I might go copy J, the one that's a quarterback. There's just no coming back. I guess I still ain't coming. Hold up, pour up. How she gonna show me love if I don't know her? Putting out flames, she a cold shoulder. Going all night, but I don't show her. She putting up a fight like show up. It's getting real late like so what? I'm drunk as fucking mollied up. I can't be touching shit for sipping, that shit ain't enough. Pass a blunt, I'm on the phone, so don't say nothing more. For one, they don't pick up. I'm bad to cut, I'm mad to cut. Now I be thinking that I'm mad to love, man. I'm about to hit the club, now I'm bad to rough. I got my bucks, it's time to go add them up. I stack the funds, I got the guts. It's time to go fuck shit up, cause I feel the rush, yeah. Time to PACK, I'm moving on, selling all my shit on eBay. Got LeBron headed for the oop, I'm D-Way. Moving on, going for the 3, that's my mistake. That's more of a mid-range, out of shape. It's time to go get that, by the way. Watch me step back, go for the step back. I could've seen that a mile away. How could there ever be some if I don't get out? My city crew in the back, and I know they coming with me. Start to look back as the road be looking shifty. Who coming with me? Green in the back and she sitting pretty. I'm good with the map, I feel pretty gifted. Better sit back cause that shit an instant. And I ain't about bringing shit back. I don't need none of that, I don't need none of that. Boss of my life and I hope you still cool with that. Yeah, I hope you still cool. I gotta finish fast, my bitch still on her back. Fucked her up, butter, made sure that I brought her back. But she still on my ass, I got it so high by now. Am I up right now? Am I stuck right now? Drizzy, can you tell me who the boss right now? I can hear the city, feel the buzz right now, man. Hear the buzz right now, got a whole different energy. Sipping, I'm on a remedy, I'm better than you ever be. Got the script and I'm editing it mentally. I'm about to be ready for anything, cause I don't need none of y'all. Tired of giving up, most of you too involved. We spinning like somersaults, I always be on and off. Give me the talent now, not knowing the pop did it turn into Adderall. I'ma be spinning off, cause fuck it, we touching Mars. And I ain't about bringing shit back. If we gon' smoke, you gon' feel the heat. Y'all rap about bullets, but stick to beats. Carry that with you, you undefeated. Them ops won't be looking for me. They don't see what I see, they can't see it's blinding. I'm lit from the fire, and I can't deny that. I look for my pride and I fight it, I break it apart, but I still think I ain't coming back. I don't need none of that, I don't need none of that. Some of y'all too attached, I guess I'm still cool with that. I don't be running fast, I might go copy J, the one that's a quarterback. There's just no coming back. I guess I still ain't coming. Hold up, pour up. How she gonna show me love if I don't know her? Putting out flames, she a cold shoulder. Going all night, but I don't show her. She putting up a fight like show up. It's getting real late like so what? I'm drunk as fucking mollied up. I can't be touching shit for sipping, that shit ain't enough. Pass a blunt, I'm on the phone, so don't say nothing more. For one, they don't pick up. I'm bad to cut, I'm mad to cut. Now I be thinking that I'm mad to love, man. I'm about to hit the club, now I'm bad to rough. I got my bucks, it's time to go add them up. I stack the funds, I got the guts. It's time to go fuck shit up, cause I feel the rush, yeah. Time to PACK, I'm moving on, selling all my shit on eBay. Got LeBron headed for the oop, I'm D-Way. Moving on, going for the 3, that's my mistake. That's more of a mid-range, out of shape. It's time to go get that, by the way. Watch me step back, go for the step back. I could've seen that a mile away. How could there ever be some if I don't get out? My city crew in the back, and I know they coming with me. Start to look back as the road be looking shifty. Who coming with me? Green in the back and she sitting pretty. I'm good with the map, I feel pretty gifted. Better sit back cause that shit an instant. And I ain't about bringing shit back. I don't need none of that, I don't need none of that. Boss of my life and I hope you still cool with that. Yeah, I hope you still cool. I gotta finish fast, my bitch still on her back. Fucked her up, butter, made sure that I brought her back. But she's still on my ass, I got it, so don't think I'm back. But the image is back to the rim and take back all the feelings. This rap at the prison from bases to limits. I take what I'm giving, my time for the drive. Don't ask where I'm sitting, I told you I'm driving. Cruising behind it, not worrying about mileage. Taking them sorrows, don't worry where I've been, cause I ain't coming.
Yeah. Okay. Where the fuck we at? Wish me luck.
Reservoir.com.
Wish me luck.
on the lottery tonight. If I ain't pull the winning ticket, OLG, we gonna fight.
I brought my badges for the service, 40 hours wasn't working. I've been caught up in the system trying to be a different version.
I deserve to skip my purpose, I was skirting while you working, cause it just so happens I got lucky one time, but I deserve it.